reality of the matter is a lot of us don't want real, authentic, true friends. We don't want friends to make us look at ourselves to be a reflection of in the mirror. We don't want to look at our darkest self. I don't understand I really don't understand. You can help me grasp it. I don't understand why it is so hard to look at ourselves in a way where, you know what? Maybe I am like this. Maybe I don't want to hear the truth. Maybe I am holding myself back. Maybe I am looking everywhere but the right place. Welcome back to another episode of the Big Dog Talk Podcast. It's me, the one and only Big Charles in the building.
Hey, y'all. Hey, it's your girl, Big Shay, and I'm back, and I'm back, and I'm back.
You're looking beautiful.
Why, thank you.
Melanated.
The light is lighting just right.
The light is light.
It's lighting just right.
The light
today.
is light.
Yeah.
The light is light. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good.
You want to tell the world about that date last night? That little,
Oh, so you want to tell them our business?
the R&B tour, yeah.
Yeah, you want to tell them our business.
Go ahead, talk about it then.
First of all, before I start there, I got to start with letting them know it was Thursday. I'm minding my business, getting stuff, for work, and I get a phone call. And Big Charles is like, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm just in the store grabbing something real quick, still working." He was like, "Well, we going to the Tank concert on Saturday." I said, "What?
I got to get my hair.
What am I going to wear? What am I going to do? Like
2 days.
2 days is not enough." But baby, let me tell you, that concert was so much fun.
But let's walk them through it, though. Let's walk them through it.
So much fun.
Let's walk them through it, though, before we get to the concert.
Okay.
You were pretty stressed out about the fact that you had to get prepared in 2 days. I don't know what it is about women and their level of preparation.
Yeah.
Why does it take so long to prepare for an event?
I'm just happy that like my nails and stuff was already done. My eyebrows was done. Hair, we had a solution for that because certain outfits you need a certain look. The hair is an accessory. It's an accessory.
Wait,
okay.
Wait. What's her name?
Shayance.
So look, we talking about she had a plan for her hair. She got a blonde wig called.
It's a bob, y'all.
It's called Shayance. Well, as you guys can see, my wife have a lot of hair, and it's really down her back, right? And she didn't have the right pins for Shayance.
To sit right.
Listen, my wife put that wig on, and all I saw was a big lump in the back of her head. I was like, hell no,
It's not quite right back there.
That does
Fix
not
it.
work.
Fix it.
So once we got Shayance situated,
had a little cute outfit I pulled together real quick.
Yeah, but you were stressed out about that too because that morning you wanted to go to Ross.
I did.
And get an outfit.
I did. I like Ross.
Yeah, we like Ross.
Sure do.
We definitely do.
My outfit is like, the outfit matters.
It matters.
It matters.
But you was looking sexy though.
Thank you.
You had a little cleavage showing, I was a little concerned about that. I mean, I liked it, but I just knew if I liked it, the other man was gonna like it too. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I don't play about is
I know. I need to put on a little sexy something.
You was sexy. It was like, hey, y'all know what Tank is about.
I mean, say less.
Y'all know what we had. So before we went to the concert, we had some good Mexican food in the city.
Yeah, we went for dinner.
Authentic.
Very good.
You know what I mean?
In the Lower Knob Hills. Super cute spot. Loved it. Ate good. Partook in the drinks. Real nice.
Yeah. Tequila.
Margarita. Was tasting real good. Right.
Here's the thing though, we've been married for almost 13 years.
We have so many dates under our belt.
And we have to keep dating.
We have so many dates.
I don't ever want to lose that.
That's what I'm saying. You taking me on a date, I gotta like get into the mode. Like, okay, we gonna see Tank. Say less. I need to have something a little sexy. Y'all gotta look a little sexy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You looking sexy
so pull it in. You know, so we had our dinner and then we went to the concert venue, went to the little lounge area, got us some really nice seats. Good job with that.
Right.
Loved the seat arrangement. And we saw a few artists.
Who did we see? Carl Thomas. Carl Thomas.
You know what?
Carl Thomas.
Summer rain.
In the middle.
I'm not gonna hold you.
He was working hard.
I'm not gonna hold you. Carl Thomas' voice is still all the way on point.
Yeah.
He was working hard. Like, you could tell he taking his job. He got hired for it seriously. But baby, somebody tell Carl Thomas to stop all that dancing and carrying on, shaking and carrying on.
What you're not gonna do is be disrespectful. You're not gonna do that.
He's a singer.
That man was still dancing.
That man is a singer.
That man was moving. And then they had Carrie Hilson.
Do the pretty girl rock, rock.
But Carrie Hilson though, she's a pretty woman though.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
And that song was like the anthem
right.
for some. It was a positive song for women, you know.
They had Jay Valentine to come out. You know, he from the Bay.
He did so good.
He from the Bay.
He did good. Adrian Marcel.
Yep.
He did good.
Yep, really good. And then, you know, they had your boy Tank to come out there.
Lord have mercy, y'all.
Any man that takes his woman to see Tank deserves special treatment. Because you know Tank coming out the shirt.
Listen, and he did it in parts.
He did it in layers.
He came out fully clothed. Next thing you know, one thing is off. Next thing you know, the second shirt is off. Next thing you know, the third tank top is off. Next thing you know, Tank standing up there bare chested out.
So you remember all the details.
Do.
You do, huh?
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that.
You remember that too?
I don't remember too much about it. I don't remember too much about it.
I want to say shout out to you, though. You did your big one. You took your whole entire wife for 12 plus years, 3 kids later, to see Tank.
Well, low key, I wanted to see Tank. I mean, no pun intended, but low key, I was a fan of Tank when I was young. You know me. Listen. So it was a win-win situation.
Yo, the ladies was in there though.
The ladies were going crazy.
If it was a thing of like literally throwing your panties to an artist, the ladies last night was ready to do that.
Yeah, they
was wild up in there.
You know one thing about the Bay though?
What's up?
They got some energy.
Yeah.
You turn on what's my favorite word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Tell me where they go.
All the
Tell me where they go.
Uh-huh.
They going crazy.
Man.
They going
the energy
crazy.
was top tier.
They even took a throwback and played Hammer.
Oh, that was the best segment.
That was like, yeah. When you play Hammer, that's like big time.
Yo, the DJ did his big one.
You know what's crazy though? I want to talk about, because when they play Hammer, I'm from Mississippi.
Right.
So, you know, I always wanted to interview Hammer.
Yep.
Hammer is going to be on this show.
Yeah.
I don't know when, but I'm going to get MC Hammer on this show.
Right.
I always wanted to do it.
Yep.
Last year, I imagined myself, I even reached out to him a few times. I ain't big enough for Hammer yet, but
right.
I'm going to get there. Remember, I said that.
Keep working.
But anyway, I'm from Mississippi. When I used to see Hammer on TV, it just seemed so, like, distant.
Yeah.
Like he was in another country.
Yeah.
I'm in Mississippi, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm from a small town.
Yeah.
And it was Hammer playing every single morning.
Yeah.
And to be working in the town that he really put on,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a good feeling though.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was
and even in the Hammer videos back in the day, you know, from a nostalgia, like the energy was crazy in the videos.
Listen. Listen, I had all of the MC Hammer pants.
I believe you because you still got some today.
No, I don't. I don't.
Yes, you do.
No,
yes, you do.
I do. I have.
Stop.
Oh, I do.
You definitely got some.
Anyway, man, we just took y'all on our date that we had this weekend.
It was a real grown and sexy date. I will say that. It was very grown and sexy.
The kids called a few times. Mama, can you get our food for us?
That's okay. That's part of the deal. Part
of the package.
Yep.
You know
but they always want us to have a good time. They like to see us go out on dates. It fuels, you know, that security in children. So
even
shout out. You did a good job on that one.
Baby. Thank you.
What about us almost last part, y'all? The car.
Here's the thing, though. I got us a parking spot Right. I had to pay for a parking garage.
This was advertised with the purchase of the ticket.
Right.
Cool.
Now, they said...
We thinking that's good and convenient. Cool.
I'm pretty sure it was good and convenient. I'm just pretty sure the worker played us. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because we had to be at the parking garage by 12 o'clock.
He said 11.
Let me tell the story.
Oh, okay.
On the pass, the parking pass, it said 12 a.m.
Yep.
We get to the parking garage. The worker didn't feel like working. He said, we closing the gates at 11 p.m. I said, listen, I bought the pass. It said 12 a.m. Boss man, 11 p.m.
We locking the gate.
Be here or we locking the gate. So we made it within 2 minutes. Rushing.
Leaving out the concert early. But the thing...
Don't do it like that.
No, but here's the thing. When we got to the parking garage, it was so many cars in there.
Yeah, they got...
So there was no way. We definitely got... He didn't feel like working.
He didn't feel like working.
They closed at midnight.
He got with us.
He did.
But it's all good, though. We had a
It was time to go. Yeah, it was good. It was time to go.
But speaking of our children, I really want to say, because our kids, they big fans of the Big Dog Talk podcast.
Yeah.
I'm proud of my son, Charles. He struggled with school and his grades at the beginning of the year a little bit. Not too much so, but to our expectations.
Exactly.
I don't know what his grades were in the beginning.
Well, he's always been maintaining A's and B's, but he had a C.
A C.
In one class.
And he was down and hurt about it. So much so that he wanted to transition to a different class.
Yeah, he wanted to leave that class and go to a different one. And it was like more than halfway through the school year.
Right. But you talked him into standing in that class. Said, hey, I remember you saying, hey, here's the thing. Did you want to share that story or do you want me to tell it?
No, you can tell that story and then I'll just add.
So when he came to us and spoke to us about his grade, he was hurt. Mm-hmm. And he wanted to transition to another class. He wanted to quit. Mm-hmm. But you said, here's the thing, son. This is a part of education. You are an educator.
I am.
And you was like, you're not going to quit that class. You're going to follow through. You're going to finish. Mm-hmm. And you challenged him to finish. Mm-hmm. And to make a long story short, you gave him some practical tools to apply.
I did.
And I gave him some inspiration, something to inspire him to push harder.
Some good motivation.
Mm-hmm. And for him to finish the school year with 4 A's.
4 A's and 3 B's.
3 B's.
3.7 GPA.
Was amazing to me.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that because we already have one child who graduated from a HBCU on a full ride academic scholarship.
Yep.
And we push free ride academic scholarship because we are more than just an athlete.
Right.
We are more than just a musician. We are more than just a movie star.
That's right.
Are our brains. We are our energy.
That's right.
And so we push a high level of expectation.
Yeah, in our household, the expectation around education and getting good grades is very high.
Right.
Somewhat so that people may be like, that's a lot, to put on those kids. But at the end of the day, as it relates to the brain and children, they need to be motivated. They need guidance, right? And so encapsulating everything with my son's where he was, starting off in middle school, that in itself is a huge transition, right? Middle school is a completely different ballgame than elementary school. So he had to find his way in middle school, deal with the social aspect, deal with, being around things that he wasn't used to being around, as well as figure out how to study and achieve good grades, which looks different than elementary school.
Right.
And so that's kind of like my specialty, and like you said, when he wanted to quit the class and in my mind go to do something easier, I knew like this was a lesson that he could learn that could carry him for the rest of his educational journey, and one that will leave an imprint on his life forever.
Right.
In those moments that will come in life when you feel like, oh, I want to quit, or this is too hard.
Right.
It's not too hard. You need support, you need a little strategy, and you need to be persistent.
And you need some motivation. And
we packaged that up for him. And I didn't even have to, with that motivation, I no longer had to go to him and ask. He was bringing the information to me. Here's what's going on in my classes. Here's my plan of what I'm going to do. Did you speak to the teacher? Yeah, I'm going to speak to the teacher tomorrow. I'm going to do a little extra credit. Like, he figured out the formula.
Himself.
You
gave him the strategy. I gave him the motivation. And he turned into something else.
Yes. But it was almost like watching like The Alchemist. It was almost like watching him go on this journey to find who he is in the classroom and in those books.
Yeah.
Because that's how I look at education.
Should I tell him the little story behind it? About how it came about and how he broke the bank?
Oh my God, yes.
That boy broke the bank. That boy, listen, I'll never give him that much money again for getting good grades ever in my life. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get to it.
We gonna get into it.
Y'all stay with us.
It's all gonna make sense
It's all
in a minute.
gonna make sense. But as I mentioned earlier, my son wanted to quit his class that he was having a hard time in. Mommy wasn't allowing that. You understand? Mommy, no.
Not on my watch.
No. You're going to get it together. I'm going to give you some tools to apply, and you're going to apply them tools, and I guarantee you're going to be successful. But in his mind, he was having a roadblock.
Yes.
I couldn't do it.
Yep.
Ma, I can't. I don't like it. I have no interest in it. The teacher
this, the teacher that. Yep.
It's everybody else's fault but his.
Yep. His friend talking to him, but he not talking back like we silly.
Everything. You know how kids are complaining, but here's the thing. When we went to end the conversation, I said, here's the thing, son. I tell you what. If every A that you get, I'll give you $100. For every B, I'll give you $50. If you come back to me at the end of the year, for every A, I'm going to give you 100. For every B, I'll give you 50. The end of the year came, and my son had, how was it? What?
4 A's.
4 A's.
And 3 B's, something like that.
And 3 B's.
We don't count
PE.
PE don't
not
count.
Moral of the story is I had to give my son $390 for his education. But here's the thing. I called him into the room. I said, son, come here. I want to let you know Daddy is proud of you. You work for this. You earned it.
Right.
You earned this. Daddy, yes, I just smiling, cheesing. He's just smiling, feeling good about himself.
Yes.
But here's the thing, though. It took that money to pull the best out of him. Mm-hmm. So I looked at my son. I said, I counted the money out, and I counted it out about 4 or 5 times, let him see it, because I really didn't want to let it go. But $390 I give my son. I said, well, here's the thing. You win the battle, but I win the war, because I never give you money for achieving good grades again in my life. These are the expectations.
Right.
You didn't even know that you had this in you.
That's right.
This was already on the inside of you, but it took more discipline, more focus, less excuses, less distractions, and more intentionality.
Yep.
And you went higher, but it was already on the inside of you.
Yes.
So here, you win the battle, son, but Daddy win the war. And I would never do this again. Now, these are the expectations. And he looked at me face to face, took his money proudly. You got it, Dad. And I believe right there in that moment, that's another free ride academic scholarship. This is the same thing that we done to our daughter.
It's the
same exact process.
Same grade, 7th grade, same process, same everything.
But if you guys want to, speaking of, I have a e-guide on BigDogTalkPodcast.com, and it breaks down to you step by step how to walk your child to getting a full ride academic scholarship.
Yep.
My intentions behind this e-guide was to change the trajectory of your financial future, your financial legacy. I'm tired of seeing people like me, right? People of color, minorities, start off buried in debt.
Yep.
With no way out.
Yep.
Go to school getting in hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. I guarantee you, if you purchase this e-guide and if you follow these steps step by step and you practice these principles,
it's going to work.
It's going to work. The book only costs like $14, $13.97.
I mean, be for real.
Why wouldn't you get that?
That equals free game.
Free game. It's jewels. Why wouldn't you get that? Because it worked with our oldest. Now we're
reapplying the same strategy and the same tools with child number 2. Now we got to do it one more time.
Listen. Anyway.
But I like what you said around the story around our son. He didn't know.
He didn't know.
A 13-year-old. He didn't know that everything that he needed to achieve academic success, regardless of the environment, regardless of if it's hard, regardless of the multiple things that he has to juggle in a day, he didn't know that everything he needed was inside of him.
He didn't know it.
He didn't know. He was oblivious, unaware, had no freaking clue.
He was looking everywhere but within.
Exactly.
It wasn't the money. The money motivated him.
That's different. That's a motivating factor.
The tools guided him.
I gave him some tools.
But it was already on the inside of him to go to the next level.
Yep.
And you know what?
Yep.
That's crazy because how many of us do that, though? We look everywhere but within. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you ever heard of the story of the farmer in Texas that became one of like the richest men in the world.
No, let's hear it.
So, and it's been a while since I've heard this story. So there was this farmer in Texas who owned some land that was worth around $38,000. Right. Mm-hmm. And back then, I'm guessing it was around like the 1800s, early 1900s.
Okay.
He owned a farm. He had cows, horses. He had his dog. They would go walk the land every day. Mm-hmm. And one day, this is a true story, by the way. Mm-hmm. One day he heard the gossip that was going around the world saying, hey, everybody is migrating to California. They're digging for California gold. There are people in California. This is a real story.
Literally digging for gold.
Literally
yeah.
digging for California gold.
Yeah.
And people were getting
During
rich in
rush.
California.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But this farmer, he lived in Texas. Mm-hmm. So what this farmer was like, man, I have to get to California. I have to leave my crop here.
His land.
I have to leave my land. Matter of fact, this $38,000 land, and I have to go searching for this California gold. I want to get rich.
So he left his land and his livestock.
He left his land. He left his livestock. Only thing he done was packed up his dog and took with him to California. Mm-hmm. So what he done was he took his land and he sold it to his neighbor for $76,000. Are you following me?
Yep.
Land originally cost $38,000.
So he doubled down, essentially. Yeah.
He doubled his money.
Yeah.
Moved to California.
Yeah.
But guess what? He got to California and he could not find the California gold. Follow me. I want you to follow this story because this is real life. Mm-hmm. Stressed out. I can't find it. Everybody else done got rich. He done got to California. He can't find his gold. Now, his neighbor that he sold the land to, now he owns the farm. Mm-hmm. One day, the neighbor decides to go into the backyard, and he had to dig up some dirt. The neighbor was digging and digging and digging. His neighbor hit an oil mine. You following me?
Yeah.
The neighbor hit an oil mine, and that moment, the neighbor became one of the richest men in the world. The farm that the original owner sold to the neighbor went and dug in the backyard and hit an oil mine and became one of the richest men in the world. The original owner found out this news. He found this news out, and then he had a heart attack and died.
Wait, what?
Are you following the story? The original owner looked everywhere for his gold. He looked everywhere for his gold. But the neighbor took that same land that was sold to him. He said, you know what? I'm going to go look in my backyard. Because in my backyard is where I found my gold. You understand me? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is heavy.
And the original owner heard about the news.
Heard about the news of the neighbor finding the oil in the backyard of the farm that he once had.
He had a heart attack.
He had a heart attack and he died. Look it up. Do your research.
Baby.
But my message is today, your future is not ahead of you.
Where's it at then, Big Charles?
It's inside of you. It's in your backyard.
Yeah.
And we always want to look everywhere but our backyard.
Wow.
Talk heavy, Big Charles.
And that story is really good. It's so many layers to it. And I want to touch upon
Talk
a small
heavy, Big Charles.
piece of it. Talk heavy, Big Charles. Here's what happens. The original farm owner got impatient. He got impatient. And he heard about California. They just easily digging up gold. So I'm going to go over here And I'm going to find me some gold easily, too. I'm going to get rich easy.
I'm going to get rich fast.
It's going to happen fast when I go to California. This is taking too long. Me and my land and my livestock, man, it's taking too freaking long. He never even appreciated.
That's the part I want you to see.
He never even appreciated what he had.
That's the part I want to put some emphasis on as well while we're discussing this. We never feel like we are enough.
Never.
We never feel like we are enough. Let me tell you something. Everything that the Creator called you to be is put on the inside of you. You understand?
Yeah.
But for some reason, we look elsewhere and we don't feel like it's like this here. The lemon is, the seed is not in the lemon. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
So the seed is not in the lemon, but the lemon is in the seed. And what I'm saying is we are a trapped seed, and we have to crack the shell.
Mm-hmm.
We have to crack our shell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And go within and start growing from within. We look everywhere. We always expecting somebody else to help us. Somebody else. No, I can't do it because I need somebody else to help me. I'm not going to get
It's too hard.
It's too hard. I'm not enough.
It's taking too long.
No, beloved. You just a trapped seed.
Yeah.
And the only reason you're a trapped seed is because you're looking everywhere else but within. You're not trying to crack open your own seed. You understand me? You have to crack open your own seed. This farmer became rich by digging in his own backyard. And the message is today, stop. Your future is not ahead of you. Everything that you want to do, everything that you want to manifest in life is on the inside of you. I say this all the time. I believe that there is not one special person on this earth that is more special than me.
I'm listening.
You understand me? I believe that we all are special. I believe that we all are unique. I believe that we all have special tools within us that we haven't tapped into. And sometimes you got to get around people that's going to enhance you. More than likely you do. Hence the Big Dog Talk podcast and the production of it now. Why? Because we've collaborated and connected ourselves to people that has more experience in that area. So now the production looks way better. Now the sounds look way better. Now I can operate in my gift. I can operate in my power. You can operate in your power. Why? Because everybody's operating from their place of within.
Yep.
Everything is coming from within. When you stay in your lane and you focus on what you do, you focus on your gold, you dig up your gold. Here's the thing, though. A lot of us don't want to dig, though.
A word that came to my mind was willpower. A lot of us lack willpower, and willpower simply means the restraint of being like impulsive. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A lot of times, just like the story of the farmer, he was impulsive. He didn't have the willpower. He didn't have the patience to look within and recognize that everything that he needed was right in his backyard. Willpower is a big word. It's a big word because we live in a society where we want everything fast.
Yeah, we don't.
And we get impulsive.
We don't believe in delayed gratification.
We don't believe in delayed gratification.
We believe we're supposed to get rich.
So because of the lack of willpower, a lot of times we change our direction.
Ooh.
Just like the farmer did.
Ooh.
And when we change our direction, we're no longer on the course.
Ooh.
That we should be on to get our gold, to get to our goals.
Ooh.
Willpower.
Oh my God.
Willpower.
Why do you think we don't believe that we are enough to achieve the vision that we have for ourselves?
Me personally, a lot of us, I feel like it, when you told the story about our son, a lot of it goes back to childhood. It's my perspective. Mm-hmm. So using our son as an example, right? Had we not been the parents that we are, right? And we continuously pump good energy and a can-do spirit into our children. Yes, it might be hard. And no, you might not get it right the first time, but you can do it. You can do it. You are enough. You're not trying hard enough. Or is this your best? Because if this isn't your best, then I'm not going to accept it.
Well, here's the thing. He thought it was his best.
He thought it was his best.
But somebody else
exactly
knew that he had
a lot more in him. Somebody else was the observer, his parents. It could be a mentor. It could be a coach that can be an observer of you that will see that you're not at your full capacity.
Well, here's the thing,
or your full potential.
Well, let's just be honest, though. Let's just be honest. Most of us like being around people who doesn't challenge us. Self. We want to hear what we want to hear. We don't want to hear the truth. We look at society has created direct communication and labeled it as aggressiveness. Mm-hmm. And we live in a world now where I can't tell you how I really feel about you and just have a discussion about it. Mm-hmm. No, you did this. I'm going to give you some facts. And it shouldn't be you want to fight me or you want to fall out with me. Mm-hmm. Reality of the matter is a lot of us don't want real, authentic, true friends. We don't want friends to make us look at ourselves to be a reflection of in the mirror. We don't want to look at our darkest self. Mm-hmm. I really don't understand. You can help me grasp it. I don't understand why it is so hard to look at ourselves in a way where, you know what? Maybe I am like this. Maybe I don't want to hear the truth. Maybe I am holding myself back. Maybe I am looking everywhere but the right place. Mm-hmm. You know, we usually don't want that type of coaching, though.
We don't want that type of help. Mm-mm. We don't. I mean, a lot of what I've noticed just about human beings in general is that we thrive off of feeling like we're the best in the room.
Okay.
Or we the smartest in the room. And so based off what you just says, that shuts down our mechanism to be able to hear and receive constructive criticism. Because I'm already the best.
Yeah, we look at constructive criticism. It can come from someone that love you. And we look at constructive like we got a lot of stuff confused. We think constructive criticism is hate.
Yep.
And it's not hate. Listen, the reality is when somebody tell you exactly how you are and tell you about your downfalls, right, that person really loves you. Mm-hmm. But if somehow we've conditioned ourselves to make ourselves believe that when someone tell me about myself, they automatically hating on us. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't listen to nobody that doesn't have anything going for themselves. Now, if a coach, somebody that I look up to, somebody that I inspire to be like, tell me something about me, right? Someone that I know for sure that's in a better position.
Yep.
Tell me something about myself. Mm-hmm. I'm going to shut up and I'm going to listen. Yeah. Now, if you just a chihuahua thinking you talking like a big dog, you got to stay in your place. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You have to become aware enough to know when you're the teacher or when you're the student.
Absolutely.
A lot of us just want to be teachers. Yep. And never been taught.
Yep. Yep.
How to be. But back to everything is within. Mm-hmm. Right? We told the story about our son Charles. Yep. How it was already there. Yep. We told the story about the farmer and how he became the richest man in the world by discovering what was already there. We also spoke about how the original owner of the farm, right, didn't see. He refused to look in his own backyard. Mm-hmm. And
lack willpower.
And how it caused him to die. Now, that was physical death, but how many of us are walking around slowly dying because we're not walking and pulling out and digging up our gold?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All roads leads back to self.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I want to challenge every listener, every viewer to look within. All roads, no. As soon as your mind say, I got to go over here, no, what are my specialties? What are my gifts? What did I like to do when I was a kid?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What is it that excite me?
Mm-hmm.
What gives my life meaning?
Mm-hmm.
What gives my life value?
Right.
We have to start asking ourselves these sorts of questions because that's a form of prayer.
And like an airplane, be okay with being in the holding pattern.
Ooh, what does that mean?
Be okay with that. So when you're going through the process of asking questions to yourself to get to your goal, again, nothing's going to happen instantaneously. It doesn't work that way.
Delayed gratification.
So back to the delayed gratification. When a plane can't go in the direction that it needs to go into, it's held in a holding pattern. The holding pattern is just a circle. The plane is taking a circle, around and around and around.
But here's the thing. When you're going around and around and around, you need to be looking within and ask yourself, why am I steady going in a circle? Why does it feel like I'm going in circles? And when you ask yourself these questions, the answer will eventually show up.
That holding pattern is for you to learn more about yourself.
To sit in yourself.
Sit there.
That holding pattern is actually a place of meditation.
Absolutely. Prayer and meditation. Exactly.
Prayer and meditation.
Calming your mind down.
See, the prayer was, why am I going in a holding circle? Here's the thing. Most of us only want to pray, though, and it's a combo.
Yeah.
Why am I going in a circle? Why am I going in a circle? Why am I going in a circle? Why am I going in a circle?
Yep. You're missing something.
Now, you're missing something.
You're missing something.
Now let me go and meditate and let me listen. Mm-hmm. Let me quiet the noise. Mm-hmm. Let me turn the TV off. Mm-hmm. Let me not listen to music as soon as I get in the car. Mm-hmm. Let me not get on the phone and gossip. Mm-hmm. Let me not get on social media. Mm-hmm. Let me go within and let me just sit there, not talk. One mouth, two ears.
Yep. So I can get some more answers and clarity on which direction my plane is about to go.
Because, beloved, your future is not ahead of you. Your future is on the inside of you. And I want to challenge you. We want to challenge you to dig up your own gold. Dig up the richness on the inside of you. It's in there. Don't be the trap seed anymore. Huh?
You'll have to get some nasty soil up out of there, too, when you dig it.
You got to dig.
You got to dig.
You got to dig.
Yeah.
Dig up the dirt.
You have
we have to go back and start digging up the dirt.
Throw it out.
Get it out the way
so
we can
soil.
get to our good soil, that gold.
Yep. Get to digging. If you ain't learned nothing from this episode, get to digging. That's what I'm going to say. Get to digging. We all got to do it.
Y'all tap in the Big Dog Talk podcast on IG, Big Dog Talk _podcast.
Yeah.
YouTube, Big Dog Talk podcast. Facebook, TikTok, Big Dog Talk podcast. We need y'all to spread the word. We coming to inspire. We coming to uplift. We coming to challenge you to look within yourself. Become a spiritual journey.
This is a spiritual podcast. We doing spiritual things. Until next time, get to digging. Dig that shit up out of here.
Right.
Get it up out of there.
Get it up out of here.
Get it up out of there.
That man went everywhere else. He looked everywhere else, not knowing that his own oil was in the back of his yard. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Sounds familiar.
And his neighbor bought the land, dug it up, and became one of the richest men in the world.
Get to digging.
Because he decided to
dig
in his own backyard.
Yep.
We want to dig up everybody else's mess, though.
Yep.
We want to problem solve for everybody else, though. We want to figure it out for everybody else. We spend more energy on others than we do ourselves.
That's true.
We spend more energy on what's going on in the world than we do our own self. That's just the truth.
What's going on with the celebrities? What they doing? What's not working? All of that kind of stuff. That's what we do. That's exactly what we do.
That's crazy.
The energy's there. We got the energy to do it, but we're not putting it into ourselves.
All roads lead back to self.
Period.
Great episode.
Love the story. Get to digging.